Obaseki don't put 1.87 billion naira for the construction of military operation base, saying go extend Ossiomo light and other Ogbonge facilities to the place. Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki don approve 1.87 billion naira for Ogbonge projects inside Edo. Edo State Commissioner for Orientation and Communication, Andrew Mwata, yarn to the people this one after the weekly Executive Council ESCO meeting when Governor Obaseki take chair on Wednesday for Government House, Benin City. Emota Konyan say inside the 3 memo where they receive when Obaseki approve, the first memo na complete master plan for new town layout for Ward 9 inside the Bubaoka local government wey go cost 750 million naira. The second memo na the construction of the operating base for Nigeria Army for Iho inside Ogbonge local government wey go cost 646 million naira. And the third memo na Operation Light Up Edo project wey go cost 476.7 million naira.
Our today's ESCO meeting was presided over by the Executive Governor of Edo State, His Excellency Godwin Obaseki. At today's ESCO meeting, 2 memos were received, deliberated upon, and approved by Council. The first of the 2 memos was an approval for a detailed master plan. That's the preparation of a detailed master plan of a new town layout in Ward 9 of Bubaoka local government area of Edo State. And of course, this memo was presented by the Commissioner for Fiscal Planning, Urban and Regional Development. This request was earlier approved at the State Tenders Board before same was presented to ESCO. And of course, it is for a contract sum of 799.1 million naira. And the consultant handling that particular project is Mesad Siraj Nigeria Limited. The second memo that was considered and approved by ESCO was for the construction of a forward operating base of the Nigerian Army at Iho, Ogbonge local government area. And of course, this is part of the support the Edo State government is giving to the Nigerian Army. And as you recall, not too long ago, the Edo State governor had a meeting with the leadership of the Nigerian Army, where it was agreed that to stem the problem of insecurity on that axis, as between the Benin-Auchi axis of that federal road, there was need to have a forward military base, and it was in consideration of that today ESCO approved, the construction of that forward military base at Iho. And of course, the contract sum is 648.2 million naira, and the contractor to handle the project is Messrs. Planning Development Construction Limited. The third memo that was approved by Council today was for the turnkey of the Light Up Edo project, and of course to also extend power from the Ossiomo independent power plant to some strategic public locations, namely the Government Science and Technical College, popularly called the Benin Technical College, the education hub that houses the Edo State Ministry of Education and Atiyaro, and also the premises of the Edo Broadcasting Service at Aduawa. The idea is to ensure that these public buildings, which hitherto were not connected to the Ossiomo, independent power plant, have, access to the Ossiomo power plant. And of course, the Light Up Edo project, there are some areas in Benin that are yet to be connected, to the Ossiomo power plant. And the idea is to have street lights on this particular area of Benin City. And of course, the amount for that is 476.7 million naira.
Commissioner for Health for Edo State, Obaseki, told people say them get 2 new cases for COVID-19 when 2 coppers carry come from Nasarawa and Enugu National Youth Service Corps NYSC rotation camps and 5 Lassa fever cases. Say them go join body with local governments, Ministry for Environment and Ministry for Agriculture to help comot Lassa fever from Edo.
There are 2 main issues regarding which we would like to brief the public in Edo State today. Over the last 1 week, we have had 2 new cases of COVID-19 in our state. This speaks to the strength of our disease surveillance systems, because for several weeks now, we have not recorded 1 single case of COVID-19. These 2 cases were picked up from the NYSC camp using rapid diagnostic tests. One of them is from a core member from Nasarawa State, and the second is from Enugu State. For both of them, we have received confirmation that they are positive by PCR testing. Fortunately, they are in isolation and they are recovering. The message for the rest of us is that it's not all over yet. We have quite a number of cases in Lagos, and we know how mobile Nigerians are between states. And so we would advise that we continue to maintain the protocols regarding hand washing, avoiding crowded spaces, closed spaces, and above all, get vaccinated against COVID-19. We are aware that a number of us took the first dose of the vaccine and have not taken the second doses. So we encourage everyone to get optimally vaccinated. And for core members, potential core members, and parents and guardians of those who will be going into camps, our advice is be sure that your children and your wards are completely vaccinated at least 2 weeks before they go into the camp. We will continue to go into the camps to encourage people to get vaccinated, but we must all take responsibility for our health and for the health of those we love. The second update has to do with Lassa fever. We have been happy in the last several weeks following the intervention of the government, working with the heads of the LGAs in which we had the most cases of Lassa fever, that there have been no new cases of Lassa fever. However, since the last update, we have recorded 5 new cases of Lassa fever. We congratulate Esako West local government area, which alongside Esan West local government area was responsible for the highest number of cases of Lassa fever in the last outbreak. Amongst those 5 cases, there is no single one from Esako West. Esan West has recorded 2 cases. We have 1 case each from Esan Northeast, Esako East, and Esako Central. The communities are the same as those that were affected in the first outbreak, which are Ihumudumo in Esan West and Ewohi in Esan West, Idumo Koje in Esan Northeast, Afokmila in Esako East, and Ubekbe in Esako Central. Our approach to stymieing the effects on the sporadic cases of Lassa fever we are seeing continues to be multi-sectorial, with the heads of local government administration at the center of the interventions. We are working with the Ministry of Environment and Ministry of Agric, and we are hoping that as we ramp up interventions, we will be able to reduce the number and completely eliminate Lassa fever from Edo State.
Ebu Sereme Obinome, TMC TV News.